I feel like we need an intro or something.
I'm Kenzie.
A good way to start.
And this is Kayla.
I'm Kayla.
And we're
authentic.
No!
Oh my gosh.
I'm Kenzie. She's Kayla.
We are your return missionary podcast.
Yeah, we need to figure that out.
I feel like it's so...
Hey. I'm Kenzie.
This is Kayla.
And together we're Kenzie and Kayla.
This sounds like a bad ringtone.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back.
Hey.
I'm so happy to see you.
Is it the same day as our first episode, just with different outfits? No,
yes.
Why would you think that?
Oh, no. We're glad you liked us enough to want to listen to another episode. So.
Yeah, we're really glad about that because we like you too. And we just want to be able to like each other all together.
Well, we want to like you. So
yeah.
drop a fun fact.
Drop a follow, drop a like.
Oh yeah, that. And also a fun fact in the comments so we could get to know you. Yeah. So we could be besties.
Yeah. Besties for the resties.
Yeah. I guess it's my turn.
Yeah. Kayla. You know what? You are my sister-in-law.
I sure am.
And you got home from a mission quite some time ago.
Oh my gosh. I feel like a grandma, actually, the more I think about this, because 4 years ago I got home and I just cannot process that. Like, it still feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
But basically you're ancient.
I feel like an old woman.
Wow.
Yeah. I've got a whole family by this point.
Oh my goodness, you really do. 2 kids. She gave me 2 nephews.
I sure did.
Mm-hmm. Grateful for that.
Oh, I'm glad.
Well, tell me your story, Kayla.
I sure will, Kenzie.
Tell me how. What is your side? Why do you feel inspired to do this? Like, not just like who are you?
Who even are you?
Who even are you?
Okay, so before my mission, way back, I worked at Chick-fil-A, and there was this specific shift I was working. All the regulars at Chick-fil-A would call me Smiley. They'd call me Miss Smiley because I was always smiling. And so, like, I was kind of known with my coworkers and with our regular customers as Smiley.
What a radiating sunshine you are.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just remember having this one conversation with one of the managers that I was kind of close with. And she was like, "Why are you so happy all the time? Like, has life just not hit you in the head yet?" And that's literally what she said to me. And I remember wanting so bad to be like, "It's Jesus." Like, just shake her and be like, Jesus glow, you know? But I just was kind of shocked because it caught me so off guard. But what that experience taught me is that I always want to be ready to, first of all, reflect Jesus constantly so that people have the courage to actually ask me questions like that still. And then second of all, to have the courage to always respond about Jesus. And so that's kind of where, like, I'd always wanted to serve a mission. But that's kind of where it clicked for me, like, oh, if I want to talk about Jesus, I have to be reflecting him. I have to try to be like him. So fast forward, I got my mission call to Ventura, California, Santa Barbara, if you know where that's at. And about 3 weeks into my mission, COVID hit. And okay, holy crap, let me tell you, I did not like tracting. I was not a fan. So when COVID hit, I was actually kind of like,
you're like,
sweet, like, I'm 3 weeks on the mission. I don't have to tract for the next little bit. We thought it was going to be like, what, 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to tract for the next 2 months. This is pretty great. Because I just, like, as much as I like to be happy, I'm very introverted, surprisingly. I'm very introverted and very guarded. Um, I'm just a guarded person. And so talking to people about things that are deep is difficult for me because there's just this level of, first of all, trust. It's hard for me to get on that level with people. And then second, this just level of, I hate using the word intimacy, but this level of like closeness and intimacy that really, truly only Jesus Christ knows. And so it's hard for me to let people there because to me, that's his space. But anyway, so yeah, COVID happened. I was struggling with the tracting thing, and I got called to be one of the first social media leaders.
Hey!
Yeah, hey, twinsies. And I had no idea anything about social media. I didn't care about Instagram or Facebook. Like, that just wasn't who I was. So that was kind of a shock for me. Granted, my trainer at the time, shout out Sarah Sweeten, she's very social media savvy. So likely that call, like I know that call likely came because she had a lot to offer in that space. And at the same time, it had a lot of pushing to do for me. So it was very, very good ask of both of us. But then again, that's where I really learned that if you want people to see Jesus Christ in you, it has to be reflected in every aspect of your life. And so social media, like how that's one of the first things somebody sees about you. They meet you and they're like, oh, that person's cool, let's look them up on Instagram. Or like, oh, that person's cool, let's find them on Facebook or TikTok or whatever. And the very first thing they read about you is your little bio. And the very first things they see about you are the pictures you posted. And it feels a little superficial, but there's an element of reflecting Jesus Christ in everything that we do in that aspect that I think really, really pushed me to show that Jesus Christ was important to me no matter where I was and no matter who was seeing me. So that's kind of really the groundwork for my mission, I would say. I've had lots of experiences, again, like that Chick-fil-A story. Smiley.
What if I call you that now?
No, please don't.
Smiley. I'm just gonna imagine you in your Chick-fil-A outfit.
No. I actually have some selfies in my Chick-fil-A outfit, and they're so...
I bet you were so good at giving people Chick-fil-A.
Here's your food.
My pleasure.
It takes talent, But where I really learned Jesus Christ was in, I had a companion that was very, very close to me. And I've always through my life struggled with this idea of religious perfectionism. And I think many people do. And it's just this like, if I'm not perfect, I'm disappointing God. And that was like the whole framework for I don't want to say what I believed, but what I truly thought God thought about me. And it got to a point where it was very controlling. On my mission, I would wake up like a minute late and I would be crushed because I'd be like, God's mad at me that I woke up at 6:31 and not right on 6:30. Like, I've disappointed him today. I'm going to be trying to make up for this for the rest of the day. And that kind of took a toll on my happiness, obviously. But it also took a toll on who I thought God was and how I thought God saw me. And that's dangerous ground, as I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember this one experience. This is actually so funny because we were just talking about Chick-fil-A, but I was in the Popeyes drive-thru. I was a traitor. Oh gosh.
I don't even know what Popeyes is.
It's a chicken place. The rival is Chick-fil-A versus Popeyes.
Oh, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Personally, Chick-fil-A is better. It's overpriced, but it's better.
I love
in my
Chick-fil-A.
opinion.
It is my favorite.
Loyal Chick-fil-A girl forever. Yeah. I feel like the whole episode so far has been about Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor us,
yeah,
we love more Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I just remember sitting in this Popeyes drive-thru, and it just became too much. And I just felt like I was immediately consumed by this hole of just depression that I could not get out of. And it was just like, you are not a good missionary because you are not, like, you make a mistake and it's game over, and you've made so many mistakes. And that's just so consuming. And so I like fell into this depression. It was quick and it was deep, and it just happened so fast. And my companion, like, she's like, not Kayla, Sister Hunsaker, are you okay? Like, what's going on? How can I help you? She truly was a godsend. We're still really close to this day. But I was telling my mom about it when we called on preparation day, and again, kind of like what you said in your episode, she just looked at me and she's like, Kayla, what do you teach people about Jesus? And I was like, Jesus died for us. He died for our mistakes. He died so we could progress. He died so we didn't have to stay where we're at. And she's like, okay, do the people you teach believe that? And I was like, yes. Like, what is greater news than Jesus Christ allowing us space to grow and to learn? And she was like, okay, if you teach that, the people you teach believe that, why is it so hard for you to believe that it can happen for you too? And that's kind of where, like, everything got framed into perspective. Like, the whole purpose of life is to allow us a space to learn. And it's not like strike one, you're out, or strike three, you're out, or however baseball works. I'm trying to remember.
Something like that.
Yeah. But it's all about who we can become because of Jesus Christ. And that also reframed pretty much everything about the gospel for me. I was like, okay, repentance isn't like a punch to the face from God saying, hey, you need to be better. No, it's like this loving Jesus holding our hands and saying, hey, it's okay, you made a mistake. That's what you were created to do. But we can move on now. And so, like, that just reframe meant everything to me. And I still struggle with religious perfectionism. It's not something that goes away overnight.
Like when you got pulled over.
Oh my gosh. You guys, I got pulled over for the first time in my life, and I swear I full on had a panic attack in front of this police officer, and she was so nice. She was so cute.
She was. It was in Idaho, and I was just dressed up,
like munching.
I literally, because we had just gone to the gas station, and I had my bugles, and I was just eating. I was like, so would you rather be called a cop or a policeman? And
she's like laughing at Kenzie, and I'm like having a
Kayla's like crying.
I'm
just like, I just want to know. I've just been curious.
Oh my gosh,
like, I can't believe I lost my driver's license.
Yeah, it was so funny. Anyways. No, but it's like this, it just completely reframed everything. And it taught me about Jesus. Like, the amount of love there is and sacrifice there is to be able to look at someone who made a mistake or sinned even and say, hey, yeah, that was wrong. I've got this. Like, just come a little further.
Yeah.
Like, that is Jesus Christ. And that's the Jesus Christ I want to reflect.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it just, like, had that experience on my mission. And then I came home and I really struggled.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember leaving the mission and being like, God, there's so many people here still. Why are you taking me away from the work when there's so many people here still and that haven't heard about Jesus? Like, these people need to know about Jesus. And I remember like sobbing in this prayer as I was about to leave the mission. And he just was like, okay, yeah, this isn't your mission anymore. It's mine. And that was heartbreaking to hear, you know, because you give your heart to all of that and you really live in the mission and you're trying to be like this good missionary and just to hear like, okay, he's not saying missionary work is over for you, but he is saying like that set apart space of a mission isn't yours anymore. And that's hard. Anyway, so I just came home and I really, really, really struggled for months and months. Like, it was something that I could not bring myself to get over. And it is what pushed me to try to fill that gap. So I started working at the MTC. I was a social media teacher there for a while, probably for about a year. And then I wanted to help people leaving on missions, so I decided to switch and do FSY for a little bit. Crazy, fun experience. And actually, some of my FSY kids are getting home from their missions. That is the most surreal
You're so
feeling.
ancient.
I know, I'm so old. Like,
whoa.
Basically, you're gonna have to wheel me out here in a wheelchair when this is
They
over.
give you your granny stick.
Granny stick.
Kayla.
Might as well just get my Karen pixie cut now.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I had a lot of experience with social media at this point. So I decided to work at the church communications department for a little bit and help the church with their social media outreach. But they're
Whoa! Getting choked up over there.
There was still always that gap for missionary work. And so I found a job opening in the missionary department, and that's where I've been for the last few years. And there's just no replacing the feeling of missionary work. It's just so special. And I think it's hard. Everybody's like, yeah, it's hard here in Utah. It is. But I've had some of the most incredible missionary opportunities here after my mission, just by looking for them. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's hard. But how much are you talking to people in the grocery store line? Like, instead of looking at your phone. And sorry, I'm not trying to do like this some big call out right now. I'm just like, these are ideas. Like, this is a brainstorm sesh. So, but like, how many times are you talking to people and saying like, have a blessed day, or like something church related, or like, what do you do on the weekends? Oh, I was at church singing in my choir, or, you know, even just a friend who is a member of the church, like, hey, I learned this cool thing at Institute. You never know what somebody is going through. And so if you're not willing, oh my gosh, I keep
thinking you're gonna cry. I'm like,
no, I have air in my
tissues, where are they?
Oh, I need to get it out. I'm pretty sure I drank a soda before this.
A sody?
Yeah, a little sody.
She calls soda sody. I think it's great.
Whatever. But yeah, like, what is it? President Henry B. Eyring that says he was talking to someone and they told him, if you always treat people like they're going through something, you'll be right over half the time. And it doesn't matter if they're a member of the church or not. Like, reach out, take the initiative, and have the heart to just sit with them for a second like Jesus would. and, reflect Jesus to them. Mm-hmm. And you'll have more missionary experiences that way than you will just, hey, you want a Book of Mormon? Have you heard of Joseph Smith? Mm-hmm. It's just there's just this natural aspect to really, truly wanting to help someone, mm-hmm. Deep, your heart really wants it, instead of you really want to just push the church.
Yeah.
So, like I've said, I have a really good friend that I've connected with. We just became Facebook friends, and turns out she lived down the road from us. She knew my husband in high school, and we happened to get pregnant around the same time, and we had our kids within a day of each other. And just as I've been chatting with her, the gospel has naturally come up, and Jesus has naturally come up. And she's asked me questions about the church, and some of them have been really hard questions about the church and mm-hmm. church history, and we've sat and we've had real conversations about that, and she's getting sealed to her family, and that chills, right?
Yeah.
That happens because you take the time to just sit with someone, learn about their suffering, and truly care about them. Mm-hmm. And that's I feel awkward bringing this up, but the gospel library section, sharing the gospel, mm-hmm. I did a lot of work in that section, and the designing and the writing, and I honestly, for return missionaries, I feel like it's a great resource. I wrote it. So
I wrote it. Great, guys. Go look at it.
No, but it's a good place to go to remember how to be a missionary, mm-hmm. and just that genuine care of the Savior. That's what I learned on my mission. That's what pulled me out of deep depression from religious perfectionism, mm-hmm. and that is what helps me look at people and say, I know who you really are now.
Well, I like how you were saying, on the Gospel Library app, that sharing the gospel section. I just feel like if members can really get that down, that's just going to create so much unity between the missionaries and members. And ultimately, that's what the missionaries need right now. And if we can have return missionaries come home and do that, be unified with the missionaries, how many people are going to come to the fold?
Yeah. There's so much space for return missionaries when they come home to literally extend the hands of the Savior to someone else, mm-hmm. or to pray for the eyes of the Savior to see someone else, mm-hmm. and those two things completely can change. First of all, a relationship with somebody. You get a new friend out of it. Who cares if they end up saying, well, obviously you care if they end mm-hmm. up saying no to church invitations, but you get to be an example of Jesus Christ to them. What is a more powerful calling than that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ is literally saying, hey, I can't be here right now because that's not faith. Mm-hmm. But you can be there, and you can be like me. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to be like Jesus. And what is more special than that?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything more special than that.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Anyway, the C.S. Lewis quote, it's...
Is this the one you showed me?
I think so. But it just completely changed how I see other people, as if the way Jesus views them isn't enough. And it actually helps me get into the perspective of the Savior more. Mm-hmm. So, and I think someone actually quoted it in the most recent General Conference. I'll have to go back and look at that, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so C.S. Lewis says, it's a serious thing to live in a society of possible gods and goddesses, to remember that the dullest, most uninteresting person you can talk to may one day be a creature which, if you saw it now, you would be strongly tempted to worship. So first of all, that speaks to our celestialness, mm-hmm. Our divine nature. First of all, who I really am. And then second of all, who everybody I see really is. Mm-hmm. All day long we are in some degree helping each other to one or other of these destinations, meaning heaven or hell. It is in the light of these overwhelming possibilities, it is with the awe and circumspection proper to them that we should conduct all of our dealings with one another. There are no ordinary people. You have never talked to a mere mortal. Like, what?
That's so good.
You know? Like, you are so celestial. And so when you look, this is my, what did you say last week? This is your let us ball moment. This is my celestial moment. Like, this is really testifies of Jesus Christ so deeply. He wants us to be so pure and celestial like him. And he sacrificed, he gave everything he was for that. So why would we ever come home from our missions and just be like, did that, done. You know?
Now I can just be casual, live life however I want to live it. In President Nelson's most recent talk, he talks about charity and virtue. And specifically charity, that's something I've been really trying to study. And it is literally life-changing. Like, genuinely praying for the gift of charity, it works. If you have faith, it works. If you genuinely want it, like, it works. And it is the most beautiful way to live, because you are not looking at the outside of a person. You know, you're looking at their heart. You're seeing their heart. You're seeing their worth.
Intention.
Yeah, intention. And like, it literally is like a magical feeling. Like, seeing people the way that God sees them.
Oh, 100%. And I feel like I've done so many shout outs already this episode.
You've only done one.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Caleb Young. He just got home from his mission.
Caleb.
He's your cousin.
He is my cousin.
We're besties.
Yeah.
But I've hung out with him like twice.
Oh,
but
nice.
Anyway, we went to his homecoming talk, and he really pounded that home. He was just like, are you embarrassed of Jesus Christ? And when he said that, I was like, whoa. We've always reframed it the other way, right? Like, do you believe the church is true? And we're always like, yeah, yay, woohoo. But when he was like, are you embarrassed of Jesus Christ? I was like, shoot, what am I doing that might be conveying to God that I'm embarrassed of him? You know, what might I be doing that's not an example of Jesus Christ to other people? Like, it just, the way he asked it just, like, so much self-reflection there. And it just was such a good call out. So anyway, great job, Caleb, if you're watching.
Well, I mean, that goes back to, it really is self-reflection, because, like, you can think that, you know, you can be like, okay, what are people thinking of me? Like, am I being a good example of Jesus Christ? Like, what are people thinking of me? And if you're just constantly thinking that, then I think that goes back to religious perfectionism.
Exactly. And that's where I was stuck in a rut for a long time.
Yeah. And like, if you can just really just focus on your relationship with God, your accountability to God, like, am I embarrassed of Jesus Christ? And just letting him help you, and then going out in the world and just having God with you, not caring about the worldly, what other people think, like, that is when your character starts to grow.
Oh, 100%. I feel like one of the greatest examples in the Book of Mormon of missionary work is Nephi. You know, Helaman and third Nephi. You know, his brother Lehi, they're raised to be really good men because of their father. They're really great prophets. They have this gift of just Christ-like love, you know? And so then there's this story where they are taken and they're put in this prison, the same one that, blanking on the name, Alma Force Brothers. This is so embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. Are you embarrassed?
The same one that, one of the sons of Mosiah, that's friends with Alma, was put in. So this is the same prison, and he was rescued from that prison. So Nephi and Lehi are just sitting here, in this prison, you know, getting beat up for literally believing in Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be executed. And the prison starts shaking, and this fire forms around them.
Mm.
And they see like they're looking into heaven, and they're obviously seeing something so wonderful because their faces are just reflecting it. That's their job, okay? Right? Woohoo, good. Woohoo. Now there's all these prison guards. There's like so many. And they're all looking at this and they're like, what is going on? And there's this one who used to be an active member of Jesus Christ's church in Book of Mormon times. And he sees it and it clicks. And he goes, I see Jesus Christ in them. I know what's going on. We need to pray and ask God for his forgiveness. And we need to pray and ask God to be with us. And so this, you know, first of all, there's this example. There's Jesus. Mm-hmm. There's the example of Jesus. And then there's this person who recognizes the example of Jesus and changes, and everybody around him changes too. Mm-hmm. And they turn to Jesus Christ. The fire doesn't consume them, just like it doesn't consume Nephi and Lehi. And the Spirit speaks to them. And this is my favorite scripture. This is actually on my mission plaque.
Hey.
Yeah. And it's Helaman chapter 5, verse 47. And he says, peace, peace be unto you, because of your faith in my well-beloved, who is from the foundation of the world. Like, of anything. This is immediate. This is immediate relief for them because they saw Jesus Christ in somebody. And the very first thing they hear from God is peace. That's the very first thing they get. Their soul can rest because of Jesus Christ, and because they believe in Jesus Christ, because they saw Jesus Christ in somebody, and now they know that Jesus Christ was from the foundation of the world. They know who Jesus Christ is.
That's so cool.
What?
That's so cool.
I just want to be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't you get it? But it's just like, it's so important to not let go of what you know about the Savior. Because that reflection and the different ways you personally know him, that someone else who might know Jesus Christ still, or might not, might know him in different ways than you. It's important to see that so that we can get all sides of Jesus and see all aspects of his healing. And, you know, there's so much power to knowing who Jesus Christ really is. And how do you expect to teach other people about Jesus Christ if you don't know who he is? And if you are not taking the time to keep that relationship. And again, I'm not trying to, I feel like this is me like,
no, you're not doing me.
But it's just so real.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ is so real.
Yeah, and I love what you said about how it like clicked for them when they saw it in someone else. Because personally, like, I mean, especially like as missionaries are returning home, it's easy for them to feel like they're losing that light. But I feel like when I look and see people that are continuing to try, it is so evident. It's so evident when you see someone who is putting that effort towards strengthening their relationship with Jesus Christ. And as they do it, it's not just affecting them, it is affecting others around you, because there's literally a feeling of they are coming closer to Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And the best part is, you literally, have you seen those memes or whatever where it's like you had one job and then the job is done wrong or whatever? Yeah. So like literally you have one job, and it's to just sit and listen and then go and do. That's your job. Like sit and listen to what Jesus is telling you through personal revelation. Try your best. Jesus is not going to be upset at you for trying your best.
I like that.
Like, listen to the prophet. The prophet is called of God. don't forget that. Listen to what he's saying. You know, he said a lot of things we could go and do recently. Like, go and forgive somebody, make amends, build your relationships instead of tearing them apart, go to the temple. Like, he's got so much good that he's saying. Apostles as well. Like, listen to your spiritual leaders. You know, for me, my boss at the missionary department, she was incredible. And a lot of the things she said to me were directly what I needed to hear from Jesus. Like, look. So first of all, be an example of Jesus to other people, but also look for Jesus in other people. And it just kind of like builds what you know about Jesus Christ. And again, Jesus Christ is not going to be upset at you for trying your best. We as humans are made to learn. We're not made to be perfect. That's Jesus's job, is to be perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
I just sit and listen, go and do.
Yeah.
That's literally what, I mean, because that's like, if you're looking in the Bible and you're reading about Jesus Christ and his ministry, you know, you're sitting and you're listening and you're taking it in. And then when you go out, you're looking for those things that you read about Jesus Christ in other people. And you're also continuing to try to apply it to yourself.
Yeah.
That's so good. Sit and listen, go and do.
Is that the episode name?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll come
Sit
back.
and listen, go and do. I love it.
We'll come back to it. But yeah, like, I mean, I don't know what else to say about what a miracle and a blessing my mission was, besides that it gave me everything good I have in life now. Like, it solidified my testimony of Jesus Christ. You know, me and my husband, we didn't really meet on the mission. We had like one phone call and forgot about each other. But after the mission, we both had the same mindset of wanting to continue this deep urge of missionary work we felt. So we both applied to the MTC and they pulled us into a group interview. And like, I got my husband. I got him.
I love how you're calling me your husband when it's my brother.
It's your brother, you know the story. Viewers, hello. No,
keep telling me the story.
But like, I met him and fell in love with him because of missionary work for Jesus Christ. And you know, all of my jobs after I've come home have had to do something with sharing the gospel. And even my callings, like, I was a mission prep teacher for the longest time and I loved it. It was my favorite calling. And I was also a return missionary mentor for a little bit, you know? So again, because of the mission, I got experiences in some of the best callings I've ever had. And even my kids, like, the way we're raising them is to be a reflection of Jesus. It just has bled so much into every aspect of my life. Like, it's just impossible to ignore what the mission did for me. Yeah, and I just feel so blessed. I don't know what else to say beyond that. Like, Jesus Christ is everything. I'm sure you've all had personal experiences where you come to know that for yourself. And if you haven't, I hope you're still trying to have that. But Jesus Christ is everything. He's not gonna fault you for learning. But his sacrifice is all-powerful, all-consuming, and everything that is so good and so powerful, and the whole reason you're A, allowed to exist, and B, allowed to change and grow. And I just cannot think of anything greater than that. And I cannot think of anything greater than to know that you lived this life with a passion for seeing Jesus Christ's children as they really are, for helping them see that in themselves, and for seeing someone recognize Jesus. I used to tell my mission prep kids, there's no greater feeling in the world than watching someone's eyes literally shift when they recognize who Jesus Christ is and what he has done for them. Like, if you served a mission and you watch that in someone,
It is the happiest feeling.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if they're a member. It doesn't matter if they ended up getting baptized. When you see that, you know what you did for them. And it like literal chills. Now I get to do that with my kids, you know?
Yeah, like you get to literally be an instrument in God's hands to raise these spirits.
Yeah.
Help these spirits remember who they are.
Yeah. And I just want to, like, beg return missionaries, like, don't forget that.
Yeah.
Because that is so special.
Remember.
And you can still have those opportunities after you've come home.
Absolutely.
Your purpose isn't changed. It's just the way you fulfill that purpose. So anyway, that's my testimony. That's my mission.
Aww.
And, you know, my husband and I have this saying, and we actually have it on our wall. There's no room for anything but Christ. Because there just isn't. Like, because of Jesus Christ, everything is possible. In Christ alone. However you want to phrase it, whatever you want to say to capture that feeling, it's just so true. And it's everything. And you cannot let it go. So.
Kayla, you're such a good example to me.
Thanks.
Truly.
Well, you are to me too.
Yeah.
High five, virtual high five. We're in person, but
yeah, does it seem like we're not together?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're just virtual FaceTime. Happy.
Yeah, this was good.
Yeah.
Be sure to. Oh, this is so cheesy that I'm saying this. Be sure to like and subscribe. This is how we get support, and this is how we're able to continue, you know, building this space for return missionaries. And so it's very important to us that we can feel your support that way.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. We want to be able to help as many return missionaries as possible. Obviously, we're very happy if it's just touching a few people, but we want to continue to do this in support for that would mean everything. So
I feel like we should have, you know, like that Alcoholics Anonymous little circle groups.
What?
Return missionary.
Alcohol?
No, return missionary recovery group. That makes it sound like the mission was a bad experience.
Yeah, that's so funny.